Hello, movie lovers everywhere. Over in England, United States, Newfoundland, Canada, all those places that people love in movies. Switzerland, yeah, everywhere. Australia. There's movie lovers everywhere. Yeah, we're going to talk about the movies I watched this week. Yeah, just this week. I've been out for a few weeks, as you all know. But now I'm back to talk about movies. Now, where was I? Okay, let's talk about movies. Somewhere in Queens. Yeah, 2023 on Crave. Leo risks everything, including ties with his family, to give his son a shot at a different life. Ray Romano. Everybody knows Ray Romano, right? He was a family, Italian families. Not wife, right? Kids, basketball and all that kind of stuff. He's trying to do something for his son. Well, I thought it was a pretty good movie. I gave it an 8. So that was Somewhere in Queens. First time watch. Then I watched A Fall from Grace. And I didn't put the year down here, so anyway. When a woman is indicted for murder, her lawyer thinks there may be a conspiracy. It's not that old, maybe a couple of years ago. I'll have to check the year. But anyway, it's on Netflix. Donnie. A Fall from Grace. Netflix, yeah. I gave it a 7. First time watch. I enjoyed it. It was alright. Good story. Then I watched Security. 2017 Prime. I think I saw this one before. That's why I didn't write it down as a first time watch. I thought I saw it before. So some of it was like, I think I saw that one. But anyway, it's a mall security guard asked to protect a female witness from a gang. Well, yeah, starts off on, it's Antonio Banderas, right? He has to get a job. He doesn't have a job. He has to get a job. Any kind of job. I'll take anything. So he gets a job as a security guard at a mall. Yeah, those $15 an hour job or $12 an hour jobs or whatever. So he goes and takes the, he goes to the mall and all that. Next thing you know, I'm not telling you all, but it's a girl yelling, banging at the door, let me in, they're going to get me, they're going to get me. So the other guy's yelling, no, don't let her in. She lets her in. And next thing you know is the guy knocking at the door looking for his daughter. Yeah, right. Anyway, I gave it a 7. Security. It's my brother's favorite word, Donnie's favorite word. Security. Inside joke. Then I watched Sabotage, 2014. Members of a DEA task force are eliminated one by one after they rob a powerful cartel. Well, as always, there's a little bit more to it than that, than what has been explained to you. As always, most of the time, there's more to it than what you read about, obviously, right? So it's first time watch. Arnold Schwarzenegger's in it. Schwarzenegger. Anyway, Arnie's in it. I gave it a 7. For some reason, I don't think I ever saw this one, Sabotage. But yeah, he's in it doing this normal thing, smoking cigars and, yeah, shooting people and shit like that. Anyway, I gave it a 7. Then I watched Die Alone, 2024 on Crave TV here. A young man with amnesia bands together with a rugged survivalist during a zombie-like outbreak. Well, yes and no, as always. It's a little bit more to it than that. So I thought it was all right, but it wasn't great. I'm not gonna watch this one again. I remember. It's like I gave it a 6. It's okay for a one-time watch, but it's the kind of movie that I wouldn't watch it again, right? Die Alone. Carol Ann Moss. Then I watched, on Borrowed Time on TCM. I actually own this movie, but it came on TCM, so I said, you know what? I said to myself, Sal, you can watch this movie. What are you going to do? So I watched this movie. I watched this movie a few times over the years now. It's called On Borrowed Time. 1939, we know what year that is, don't we? And we know that's the best year ever for movies. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. 1939, this is on TCM. An old-timer postpones death by trapping his messenger, Mr. Brink, in an old apple tree. His grandson gets him to make a wish. Grandpa, make a wish. Yeah, well, because the kids were coming by the neighborhood and stealing his apples. So he made a wish saying, anybody gets up in that tree and, steals an apple, he's going to stay up there forever. That's my wish. So anyway, so it has to do with Death's messenger, Mr. Brink, getting stuck in a tree. You know when Death's messenger gets stuck in a tree, nobody dies. Ants, flies, people, anybody. Death is stopped. Nobody's died in the hospital. It's a really, really good movie. Yeah. Of course, stars Lionel Barrymore as grandpa. You've seen him in lots of movies. Lionel Barrymore's been in lots of movies. Grand Hotel. What is it? It's a Wonderful Life with Jimmy Stewart there. It's the old guy in the wheelchair. He was in a wheelchair in this movie too. So I think as he got older, I think he actually had to stay in a wheelchair there for time. So he was in a wheelchair in 1939, and of course that movie in 1946, It's a Wonderful Life. That's what it is. It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart. He's in a wheelchair there also. But yeah, I gave this one an 8. I'll watch this movie over and over again. I mean, not tomorrow, but I can watch on Barrel Time every month or whatever. I got no problem with that. I can watch it. People say, "Oh, you watch movies over and over again." I don't know why. Just because. Because I like it. I don't know, but that's the reason. Yeah, then I watched a movie called, I gave it an 8, so that's not the first time. Then I watched a movie called River Wild. I think this is a remake or some kind of a remake. I have the other movie, River Wild. I don't even know if I've seen it or not, or watched it. I have to dig it out and see if I've seen it. I can't remember. But it's from like 20 years ago. Meryl Streep's in it, or Streep, or whatever her fucking name is, and Kevin Bacon, I think. I think this is a remake, but it might be different in it. General idea, though. A thrill-seeking trip quickly turns into a desperate fight for survival when whitewater raptors become stranded in raging waters. But of course, there's more here than what it says. There's actually some kind of more, involvement in people and situation at hand stuff. So it is what it is, but it's more to it than that. So I gave the River Wild a 6 out of 10 because, it was okay, but another movie that I'm not going to watch again. So the River Wild, it's okay. It's a 6, but I won't watch it again. And then I watched Kraven the Hunter. Where was that at? That's on, where was that? Crave? I didn't write it down. Anyway, Kraven the Hunter. Was this on Crave? Anyway, dummy Bob, you didn't write it down. Not that it matters. It's Kraven the Hunter, 2024. Now, Kraven, in the comic books, as far as I understand, I don't know everything anymore about comic books. Years ago, I did certain amount. But Kraven the Hunter has died in the comic books, so, I mean, that doesn't matter nowadays or any kind of day now. But in the comic books, I'm pretty sure he died. I can't remember how. It was 30 or 40 years ago, I think, that Kraven died in the comic books. I think it was that long ago. It seems like a long time ago. And I watched, that's first time watch, of course, Kraven's complex relationship with his ruthless father starts him down a path of vengeance. Well, yeah, I guess so. It's not too bad explaining it, but as always, there's more to it than that, but that's what's written down, what's happening. And it stars Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe, of course, some other people. But Aaron Taylor Johnson, everybody might remember him from Kick-Ass. You know, Kick-Ass from what? Hello, Kick-Ass, what was that, 2010, 2011, 13 years ago or something like that? But yeah, he was in that, it's the kid, it's the superhero, he puts on the green costume and starts swinging clubs like Daredevil does, But he was in that movie, Kick-Ass, so here he is 13 years later, and he's playing Kraven. But it was a pretty damn good movie. Lots of action. Didn't slow down too much. You know what I mean? In I guess in action and storytelling and stuff like that, it was a pretty good moving, a pretty good pace, I should say. I gave it an 8, first time watch. And then the last one, which was yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. I didn't watch any movies today so far. Been kind of busy, but yeah, the last one is A Complete Unknown. Harry, I watched that movie. A Complete Unknown, 2024. Bob Dylan on his way to fame. Acoustic guitar to electric. Yeah, Timothy Chalamet, yeah. Well, it tells the story of Dylan's, kind of visit to New York and stuff like that, right? And seeing folk singers and stuff like that, right? And he kind of got into the folk scene for the first couple of years or whatever. So long ago, I forget, but I remember all this time about Dylan albums and stuff. I remember I probably even bought one of his albums back then. Might even still have it for all I fucking know. But yeah, no, Bob Dylan. So and you could hear what he was singing too in those days. Sometimes you listen to Dylan today and you kind of like mutters, or I don't know. It's hard to explain. But yeah, a damn good movie. First time watch. I gave it an 8, a big 8. Yeah, A Complete Unknown. Dylan from the acoustic to the electric. He played electric with the band. Remember the band? That's a Canadian group, the band. He got them to play with him. I don't know who the guys were in the band on TV. I mean on TV in the movie. They didn't mention anything about the band. Maybe they couldn't. I don't know how that worked out. But as far as I know, the band was the group that Dylan got hooked up with to play electric guitar with him and electric stuff and piano and drums and all that. I don't know that 100%. I don't know how that worked out, but I just recall that they played with the band. So anyway, the Canadian band. All the members of the band are gone now, passed away. They all left it, so there's no more members of the band left. So if you see the band out there playing with them, it's not them. Hey, we're gonna go see the band. Well, there's no more band. So that's it. So I'm back. I got a new computer. For what it's worth. Yeah. Trying to figure some other things out, as you always do when you get a new computer. I haven't figured everything out yet, but I'm working on it. So that's it, people. The movies that I watched this week. And I'm back, so I'll be back next Friday. And I think Rick's coming over tomorrow, so we'll be having a Bob and Rick show tomorrow, watching a couple of movies and stuff like that. So, to continue on. Yeah. Thank you, everybody. You know who you are. It's good to be back. I'll talk to you all later. Send me a message. Subscribe. Give me 25 cents. Oh, no, that's no. Don't give me 25 cents. Send $20 bills. That's better, okay? Don't mess around with 25 cents. $20 bills, send them all my way. If you don't need them, if you don't need $20, send it to me. I need it. I need to buy some comic books and records and shit like that. So, anyway, until next time, happy trails, and I'll talk to you later. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. Say hello to your mother. Give somebody a hug. Yeah, all right? All right. Later.